There are a lot of reproductive endocrine centers in the United States, but I wanted to talk about a few of the things that I think makes us unique. I'd like to give examples to make you to know our practice. So I'm going to tell you another one of my good stories. Had a woman come in who came to us because she had high FSH and was told that she needs donor eggs, but she still was getting her period, so she wasn't in menopause. She was still a baby at 41 and a half, and so we thought that, well, it wouldn't be a problem. And we made her ovulate, and we did IVF. She failed to conceive. And between the age of 41 and a half and 43 and a half, she had 5 IVF cycles that failed in our practice. But then she was having some neurologic symptoms. So she went to see a neurologist. She still wanted to try another cycle. We don't quit if she won't quit. At that time, the neurologist diagnosed her with Lou Gehrig's disease, amyotrophic lateral sclerosis. It's a death sentence, and a painful death at that. She got a second opinion. They agreed. And then a third opinion. So now, here's this woman who was so devastated by not having a baby, and when you look at it, you say, maybe that wasn't, I would take back no children if you could just let me live. But it looked like she probably would die within 3 years of painful death. Well, she showed up at age 45, almost 46. And she said, I said, how are you doing? And she saw I was a little bit, I didn't know how to approach the subject because I knew she had ALS and she looked pretty good to me. She says, oh, I'm fine. She says, I know you're thinking about the Lou Gehrig's disease. She says, I don't have it. Apparently, I was exposed to some neurotoxin that mimicked ALS, but I'm fine now. So I'd like to try to get pregnant. All right, well, then it makes sense. We'll now do donor egg. You're alive. You're fine. Let's move on to the donor. So no, I want to try myself. I said, I didn't get you pregnant 5 times when you were younger, and I almost never get anybody pregnant at this age. You really want to spend more money? She didn't have coverage. I said, no, I mean, we have a lower charge for women that have when they have less eggs, we charge less. And sometimes we even use that charge for women with more eggs just to help them out financially. So we have a system built in where we can give them half-price IVF if they don't have the money and still make a lot of eggs. It's not only restricted to that. But I don't want to get off on a tangent. In this case, then, the woman, we did IVF, figuring it's not going to work. And I can't believe it. She got pregnant. We read a paper on it, but she actually got pregnant and had the baby. And why she didn't get pregnant on the other 5, I don't know. Was it the neurotoxin that somehow prevented the embryos from implanting, or was it just luck? But whatever it is, she conceived. But we were still willing to try. That's the key. And we let people, we'll try to advise you of your odds and the statistics, but if you still, after all that, say, I know what you're saying, but I'd like to go in that direction, we'll do what pleases you the most.